What's up, everybody? You're back with Letters to My Ex. And this is Esmarie. I'm going to show you a shot today that can also be made as a drink. It's called the Water Moccasin. All you need is triple sec, peach schnapps, and whatever whiskey of your choosing with a little bit of Sprite that you're going to top it off with. I got my shaker filled with my ice. We're going to do a half ounce of each. So it's going to be a 2 count. 1, 2. It's a little bit longer, but don't judge me. 1, 2. All right. Okay. If you've been watching my older videos, you already know that if it was a shot, I would strain it. But because it's a drink, we're going to pour everything in, including the ice. Oh, piece of ice fell out, but that's okay. I don't even like a lot of ice, so we're going to top it off with Sprite. All right, so you have a water moccasin, and we need to get to our next letter. Never expect you from someone else. Oof. That's actually, before we even get started, that is something so true that everybody needs to understand. Now, I should have known that this would happen, just not like this. It had been 2 years after she broke up with me. I received a text from a number that was not saved and realized the number was my ex. We rekindled what we had and things were good. At least I thought we had each other's back. I was there helping out with everything she needed, especially when COVID hit. I bought an engagement ring, we planned a trip to the Bahamas. Life was good, until it wasn't. I suddenly found my mother unconscious. In that moment, I didn't know I was about to lose everything that meant the world to me. While my mom fought for her life, my ex, we will call her N, wasn't acting the way you would think a partner would act with their mom on life support. Something was off. Whenever there was this off feeling, I had to be the one to bring this up. It was either stress or something with her daughter. All that was understandable, but this had to be talked about. She knew that my family would be taking my mom off life support, but still wanted to have this conversation that morning. She came to my car, sat in, and I asked what was up. At first, she told me that she thought she was gay and that she didn't want to be touched by a man. I understood because we had grown apart. So if that's what was going on with her, I get it. I loved her, and you support those people that you love. Yes, heartbroken, but you can't deny someone else's internal feelings. I asked her if that was it because I need to go be with my family. Though what was happening was 3 years of my life down the drain. I was more worried about losing the one woman who unconditionally loved me. The next few days was even worse on me because she would send me messages like, I hope I'm a good story for your next relationship, and I hope that I'm not the villain of that story. Like, who says that to somebody? No, really though. Like, that's mad weird. Like, it's almost like let me stop. I'm gonna give my input afterwards. let me hear everything first. More days passed, and she's telling me that she regretted telling me what she did. I got to the point where I was so frustrated, and I went to see her face to face to figure out what the hell is going on, as you should. She told me that what she said was a mistake, and that there was other factors that led to her saying that. The one that hit me the hardest, though, was that she said that she had dreams about me harming her child. Ooh, yeah, that's kind of fucked up. That was a hard pill to swallow, knowing that I love her child as if they were my own. Then she said, well, we never talk anymore, and it's like everything's been on autopilot. I agreed and said that I thought something was wrong, but my thought was that it was work, stress of the child with school. I asked about this before when she was pulling away, and that's just what she told me. I assumed. So I continued to be helpful around her home so that she could focus on that. I was accepting that I came last in the relationship, but I shouldn't have. It's been about 2 years since this has happened. With therapy and time, I'm better, still broken, but open for the possibility of someone good in my life. Yeah, so it sounds to me, this is just my 2 cents, my advice. That's obviously what people tune in for now. So my advice to you is that she may have been in it in the beginning, right? You know, you're getting to know somebody new, you're dating, everything seems great. You go through that honeymoon phase, okay? Then once you get out of that honeymoon phase, you realize whether someone is actually invested, wants a future with you, really cares about you as a person, has the same qualities of a partner that anybody would want, versus someone that is just being with you for convenience, being with you for comfortability. It sounds to me like she knew she had something good in the sense of like, yeah, like she could depend on you. You're going to be there. You're going to do what she needs. But she didn't have that in love, like on fire feeling with you. And so she felt bad because you were a great person, or so it seems, but she didn't know how to just break it to you. And this is what I deal with all the time. Like, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I feel like I'm one of the realest motherfuckers on this earth because I am brutally honest, but I feel like people are going to respect my honesty in the long run. So I feel like a lot of people can't be real with themselves and real with the person that they're dating when it comes to the point of them coming to the realization, this is not somebody I can spend the rest of my life with. There ain't nothing wrong with you. That's not saying it's a you problem, but it seems to me like she couldn't be real with herself. She couldn't be real with you. She couldn't just flat out say, listen, you're a great person. And we've had a lot of great memories together, but this is not something I can see long term. Instead, she used you for what she could, and she made excuses along the way to kind of like keep you at bay, but then not completely cut you off. And then when it finally came to it, you know, you just realized, listen, like, I deserve better. I'm glad that you said that you are, you know, you got therapy and you got help that you needed, because you should never, ever, 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 ever feel broken over another human being. There is 8 billion people in this world. Why the hell would you give that energy to somebody? Why should you feel any less than over one person? You shared memories, cool. You had good times, cool. And I say this all the time. You have to remember that when someone shows up, when you're starting to get to know somebody, that honeymoon phase, that dating phase in the beginning, that is their representative. That's not who they are. That is who they want to show you to be on good behavior. But eventually, that representative leaves and you see the real person. And that's where that whole, when they show you their true colors, believe them. It's a thing. You can't keep up a facade for so long. Like, you're gonna show your true colors. And that's what you need to pay attention to. I hope that you have moved on, found better. You deserve better. So don't ever beat yourself up for being a good person to somebody. That's another thing I really want to emphasize. Do not let the bitterness of this world change who you are on the inside. You will find your match. You will find someone who reciprocates that same energy, and you will find someone with the same heart as you. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode and come back for more Letters to My Ex. Cheers.